All right, welcome to the channel. Let's see what this young lady has to say about getting a visa to go to Vietnam. Let's see what she has to say. All right, beautiful lady, let's see.
Crucial topic for all travel enthusiasts: how to apply for a Vietnam visa. Vietnam is an incredible destination with its rich history, stunning landscapes, and vibrant culture. If you're planning a trip, getting your visa sorted is a must, and I am here to help you. But first, you know what to do. Turn on notifications, subscribe, and share this channel with your friends. Great!
Yes, don't forget to share this channel with your friends. Subscribe and like. Thank you.
Now let's get into it. First, let's discuss whether you need a visa to enter Vietnam. Citizens of certain countries are eligible for visa exemptions, allowing them to stay for a specified period without a visa. As of now, citizens from certain countries can stay in Vietnam for up to 40.
Okay, here we go. We got a list right here so you can see that real quick. Oh, dear. Of course, United States is not on this one. So it looks like I have to get a visa. So if yours is not on here, you got to get a visa.
45 days without a visa. If your country isn't on the exemption list or you plan to stay longer, you must apply for a visa. To easily check all your travel requirements, head over to iVisa's website. There, you can see if your nationality requires a specific visa and get all the real-time information you need. Unfortunately, nationals from the US, Canada, Australia, and other countries do need to apply for a visa to visit Vietnam.
There you go. I need a visa to go to Vietnam. Whoops. Let's get this going again. Oh, dear.
This is a visa is sent directly to your email. So as of now, citizens from certain countries can stay in Vietnam for up to 45 days without a visa. If your country isn't on the exemption list or you plan to stay longer, you must apply for a visa. To easily check all your travel requirements, head over to iVisa's website. There, you can see if your nationality requires a specific visa and get all the real-time information you need. Unfortunately, nationals from the US, Canada, Australia, and other countries do need to apply for a visa to visit Vietnam. Vietnam offers a lot of different types of visas. In this video, we will focus on the tourist visa and business visa, as we receive the most questions about these two types. Thankfully, the Vietnamese government offers e-visas to simplify the application process for both visa types. Applying for an e-visa or electronic visa means that the entire process is conducted online and the visa is sent directly to your email.
Now that's new. So you get your visa to the email. E-visa. Okay, well, you know what? That's really cool. So far, I'm liking it.
So let's go through the application process. You can apply through the official Vietnam immigration portal, which is the direct route for obtaining your visa online, or you can use iVisa to avoid any errors on your application and get it hassle-free. If it goes to applying by government page, here is the process you can expect. Start your application. To begin your application, visit the Vietnam immigration portal and navigate to the e-visa section. Prepare your documents. Ensure you have a scanned copy of your passport and a recent passport-sized photo ready to upload. Make sure your photo has a white background and you're positioned correctly in the frame. Complete the application form. Fill out the Vietnam visa application form with all required details, including the purpose of your travel, personal information such as your name, age, and nationality, as well as your passport information. You'll also need to provide your intended dates of entry and departure and specify your port of entry. Review your information. Before submitting, ensure all details are accurate. Incorrect information will require you to redo the application and make a new payment. Pay the fee. The Vietnam e-visa fee is 25 USD for a single entry and 50 USD for a multiple entry. These fees are non-refundable. Wait for processing. After submission, processing takes up to 3 working days. You can check your application status on the same website where you applied. Receive and print your e-visa. Once your e-visa is approved, you'll receive a PDF file via email. It's important to download this document and print at least 2 copies. These printed copies will be necessary for your trip. Present your e-visa. When you arrive in Vietnam, present the printed version of your e-visa to the immigration officers at the port of entry. Now, it's common to encounter some errors on the government website, such as issues when filling out your data or even problems with payment. Also, the page loads for an extremely long time, and sometimes it doesn't seem to work in certain browsers. Alternatively, for a more comfortable experience, you can use iVisa, an online service that simplifies the process and ensures all your details are correctly entered with end-to-end customer support. Now, let's go over some important details. If you're wondering about how long your visa will be eligible and valid, both single entry and multiple entry e-visas are valid for 90 days from your proposed date of entry. If you opt for the multiple entry e-visa, you can come and go multiple times within those 90 days, with each stay up to 90 days. If you're curious about prolonging your visa, once your e-visa expires, you might still have options. You could be eligible for a new visa if you're invited or sponsored by a Vietnamese authority, organization, or individual. Just make sure it aligns with the local laws on foreigners' entry, exit, transit, and residence. Regarding passport requirements, your passport needs to be valid for at least 6 months after you arrive in Vietnam and should have at least 2 blank pages for stamps. Don't forget to keep a copy of your e-visa with
2 blank pages for stamps. They're gonna go crazy putting stamps in.
you at all times during your stay. Lastly, if you're thinking about entry points for e-visa holders, the Vietnam e-visa can now be used if you're traveling by air, over land, or even as a cruise passenger. Just remember, you have to enter the country through the entry point specified on your e-visa. You can find a full list of these entry points on the iVisa website. Now, what you can and can't do with the e-visa. The Vietnam e-visa allows you to enter Vietnam for tourism, business, and transit purposes. This means that if you are traveling for leisure, sightseeing, or visiting friends and family, the e-visa is the appropriate choice. Additionally, for business purposes such as attending meetings, conferences, or negotiating contracts, the e-visa is also valid. However, it's crucial to note that while the e-visa permits entry for these activities, it does not allow you to engage in paid employment, live, or study in Vietnam. If you intend to work in a paid capacity or reside in Vietnam, you will need a work visa. For studying, a student or internship visa is required. Always ensure you apply for the correct visa type based on the specific activities you plan to undertake during your visit to avoid any issues during your stay. If you're wondering who can apply for the Vietnam e-visa, here are the new regulations. As of August 15, 2023, Vietnam has expanded its e-visa eligibility to include citizens of all countries and territories. This means that regardless of your nationality, you can now apply for a Vietnam e-visa. Please note this info may change at any moment. For the most up-to-date details about eligibility, always check the most current information on iVisa's website. Now, let's go through the most asked questions. Okay, do I require the Vietnam e-visa for transit? No. Travelers not planning to leave the airport and not staying more than 24 hours don't need to apply for a Vietnam e-visa.
Okay.
If you're staying longer or leaving the airport, you must have a tourist visa if you're from an eligible country. What should I look out for when entering Vietnam? One thing to look out for when entering Vietnam is making sure your passport gets stamped. As some travelers mentioned, this is sometimes forgotten and can cause issues upon departure.
You're not gonna remember to get your passport stamped? That's not good. Okay, keep going.
Is travel insurance mandatory for Vietnam? While not mandatory, travel insurance is highly recommended for anyone traveling to Vietnam. It's essential to protect yourself against potential risks in a country known for its bustling streets and adventurous landscapes. What should my travel insurance cover in Vietnam? Ensure your travel insurance covers medical emergencies. This is essential for any travel, especially in a country with both public and private healthcare facilities. Motorbike coverage. Motorbiking is popular in Vietnam. Ensure your policy covers motorbike related accidents, as many travelers face issues due to not having.
And if you have not seen a video of them in Vietnam, that whole place is covered in motorbikes.
A valid
I mean,
Vietnamese motorbike
covered in
license.
motorbikes.
Adventure activities. Vietnam offers trekking, water sports, and other adventurous pursuits. So make sure your policy includes coverage for these activities. Okay, question. What happens when my application is still pending when I arrive in Vietnam? If your e-visa application is still pending when you arrive in
Whew,
Vietnam,
why'd
you
you
may
leave?
face delays at immigration and could be issued a shorter term visa on arrival if eligible. For
Okay, why did you leave if you don't have your visa?
example, I read a story of
It's
one
like, if I don't have
traveler
a
who
visa, I'm not
arrived
going
with a
over there
pending
and trying to
30-day
waste no
e-visa
time
and was
trying to get
only
in there.
granted a
That's just
15-day
not
visa on
right.
arrival, completely changing their travel plans since they couldn't stay in Vietnam for as long as they had hoped. So always ensure your e-visa is approved before departure to avoid
Ouch.
such issues. This information has prepared you for your Vietnam visa application and
Right.
eventual travel. And I hope it is an unforgettable experience that you have in Vietnam. We hope this video has been helpful and makes your visa application process easy. If you found this information valuable, please give us a thumbs up, share this video with your travel buddies, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more travel tips and guides.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Well, see, whew, wasn't that hard, was it? So all you have to do is go out there and just apply for it. And I see what $25 for just basically like a standard one. If multiple times you want to go in and out multiple times, because once I get there, I mean, I'm just going to be there until it's time to come back. You know, I'm not going to leave the country then go somewhere else and come back. But if you're doing that, then of course you got to get that other visa, the one that's I think it was $50 for that one. But other than that, it looks like this is a good thing to do. So you know, like I said, this website I just did, it'll be the information will be down there in the description. So please like and subscribe and come back. All right. Thank you very much.